6 minutes past 3 p.m. right here on A Farmers Media. This is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe, and definitely ni Furahi Day, the worst day of a potato. It's always a Friday. Yeah, watu wa Waru, shout out to the CEO of Waru, that's Warugoro, shout out to you. And definitely ukiona nikiwa nimevaa yellow, ajua kuna timu jana ilishinda.
The Reds.
And the Reds. Yeah. Na kuna jana kuna timu ilishainiwa. Yeah. The people they call themselves watu ambao ati London is red.
Oh.
Jana walioneshwa Villarreal.
Walikuwa gunned down.
Yeah, I wish you could see my other director of mine. Yeah. They know leo hata ana moods. Watu wa Arsenal. But I wonder, mbona una moods and it's normal?
I think
it's something normal for Arsenal fans anyway.
And Arsenal fans are the most loyal people.
But anyway, you see my glow today. It's courtesy and sponsored by Kiburi FC. Yeah, my glow today is courtesy of and sponsored by Kiburi FC. Yeah, that's why I have the yellow because I'm glowing. Yeah. And tunawaka kama jua. But you've been good?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, I know you're good because you can't relate having playing in the Champions League. You know, UEFA, you know Europe, Liverpool. That's why Liverpool.
Yes.
But definitely don't worry. I'm in studio because you never walk alone.
True, very true.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Relax.
We're still the Reds.
But you never, you know, the first time in Somalia, the abbreviation of you never. I thought it was the one who coined it was from Luo Nyanza.
Why?
Like Yawa, Yanwa. You never walk alone. Yawa, Yanwa. Anyway.
Lakeside.
Yeah?
Lakeside.
Lakini tukutane sana. Is it Saturday? Sunday?
I don't know.
Second May. This Sunday.
This Sunday?
Sunday.
That is
yeah.
I think
we can bet. We can bet on
it.
Kiburi tukishinda? Kiburi tukishinda.
Nitakupea makaroti nyingi.
Saki carrot.
Healthy living.
No. No, let's do this, yeah? Let's bet on air.
Okay.
Kiburi FC kishinda.
Yes.
Ni wewe unanipatia hiyo day. If Kiburi FC wins on Sunday.
Yes.
On Monday nifanye nini kwa show? I denounce the Kiburi I have or you to sema.
I'll go and research on the day.
No, right now.
Right now.
Yeah, so that iko ni daily.
Ukwe humble. Kiburi
ikishindwa. Kiburi FC ikishindwa.
Na mimi
Kiburi umesema hata my director is agreeing. So umesema Kiburi FC ikishindwa Sunday, I be humble the whole week.
Yes.
The whole week. Siwezi pitisha wiki moja. Now Liverpool ikishindwa. Liverpool tukiwapiga, tukinyorosha Liverpool.
Yes.
This one I'm saying.
Yes.
It's like 10 minutes past 3.
Yes.
On the last day of April, 30th April.
Yes.
I'm saying if we defeat Liverpool.
Yes.
Tukishinda Liverpool. You will walk alone. You will walk alone. Utafanya show peke yako. If Liverpool, if Kiburi FC wins,
I will walk alone.
CJ Timo is doing the show alone.
It is well.
On Monday.
Agreed.
Sawa?
Yeah.
Iko sawa? Sawa. It's recorded. It's out there. And so, apart from Kiburi FC and everything to do with the Arsenal, that Kasmolka team, today we are talking about big things apart from the small things about Arsenal. It's just a Kasmolka team. So today we discuss about one of farming that has emerged to be of highly valued and lucrative economy activity in this country called Kenya, and and much more we shall be discussing in a few. But in the meantime, remember we'll be having the pan of the day towards katika kipindi cha Lala Salama, and definitely the weather updates and the traffic updates towards the tail end of this show.
Kabisa.
Ndio tutakuwa tunawaambia, so that you prepare yourself. Watu wako freeze and shine, watu wako overdress, tutakuwa tumeweka salama, and definitely remember it's a Friday. Hatutaki kuona kile ambacho kilifanyika on Thika Road last like a few weeks ago. We don't want people to sleep on the road, so make sure we'll be here to give you the traffic updates, what's happening on the road, so that pia kama uko nyumbani ama uko mahali unaenda, you're coming from work or you're going to work, uko umejitayarisha vilivyo. Sio? So we get deep into carrot farming.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's just the stars aligning. We did rabbit farming. We did healthy eating yesterday. Now we are tunaongelea chakula ya rabbit. But at the same time, it's still something you can consume as as a human being. But so today we are getting into carrot farming. And this one, probably what we've observed or what I researched on, it's done by small scale farmers.
Very true.
Haifanyangu with ukiona mtu ameweka eka 4
Ya
carrots, it's done by small scale farmers.
Wewe ni mtu wa nyumbani.
Wachana na watu wetu.
Ni sawa.
Watu wetu wamebaki tu.
Ni sawa.
Yeah. Not unless Embaramba and his people. Yeah, those ones they can do. They only do bananas. But today let's just discuss on the small scale farmers who do carrot farming.
Yes.
And they opting for carrot farming due to the high yields from even a small land.
Yes.
A very small portion of land can give you very high yields when you do carrot farming.
Okay.
And so with a shorter maturity period compared to other crops like maize, coffee, carrots require minimum attention. You remember we talked about the patience and just being into it. But remember, it's just minimum. Just don't actually maintain it. Requires minimum attention and are easy to manage. So that's why it's not done large scale, because it requires very minimal attention. And so carrots in Kenya mainly grow it's grown for the local market. So this one is something that it's going to certain market. And so that's where we get the consumers. And fresh or processed, while others are packed for export. Wale ambao wanakuwa wamefanya carrot for export wanakuwa wameshaomoka, because you have the foreign market outside the country. And so this carrot planting guide gives us the details. So we'll be giving you the details of how to actually do carrot farming, the profits that comes with carrot farming, definitely the challenges. But first things first, fun facts about carrots.
Here we go.
The first one, did you know carrots were first grown in Afghanistan?
What?
Yes. While carrots are common vegetable throughout the world, the first cultivated carrot in recorded history is thought to have come from the area around Afghanistan. That is in the year around 900 AD. AD inamaanisha?
After the death of Jesus.
After Christ. Kitu kama hiyo. Yeah, and soon this tasty vegetable spread to the surrounding areas by 1000 S. Yeah.
In the 1000s.
In the 1000s. Umetoka 900. In the 1000s.
Okay.
It was in the Middle East and North Africa. From there it traveled to Spain, and by 1300 it was popping up in Northern Europe.
Wow.
And some various parts of China.
Kwa hivyo carrot imetoka
ilianza Afghanistan, the Middle East, imekuja sasa hadi kwa Kenya. Started in the 900 AD.
Na mtu angedhani ilianza place but then ngedhani imeanza Africa.
No, those are just fun facts we need to understand before. It's part of research before you actually venture into. And secondly, baby carrots are rent types of carrot.
Wow.
Ukiona ka baby carrot, you just know you don't have a type of carrot.
That's not
it turns out that either immature carrots, hence they are small size, or pieces of larger thin carrots that are cut into pieces. And so the idea came from Mike Urosic, a Californian farmer who got tired of chucking blemished carrots away and started cutting and peeling vegetables into tiny perfection. And in 2010, carrot farmers got together and started promoting baby carrots as an alternative snack food.
Wow. So people want to live healthy and are replacing cookies and all that.
Yeah, now they started packing into the baby carrots. They stopped being carrot. It's a snack by itself. And it was a successful campaign that has plenty of people snacking on carrots instead of chips. Fries. Watu wakuli fries sasa.
Wanakula carrot. That's beautiful, man.
Inakuwa ni ka snack. I mean that snack probably.
I'm getting myself a carrot.
I'm getting
a carrot pack.
Manzi. But I've not seen that in Kenya. Probably ni kama juu tu.
Labda tu nunue hapa sasa ukule kama
And this one actually shocked me. Carrots are made up of 88% water.
Wow.
And while you actually chewing carrots, most of what you're getting is water. Probably because and it's not a bad thing, because in comparison, on average, we human beings are made of about 60 to 70% water. So ukikula hiyo carrot, ujue tu ukudi utamu. Na unakunywa maji.
Ndio ni fiti man. Even kumbuka ile sulikuwa naongelea 8 cups a day of water. You can supplement with carrots.
So you can have
a cup
8 carrots. 8 carrots takwa. Okay, siko mzuri kwa hesabu, but you can just do your math. If one carrot has more than 88% water.
True.
What about if you have 8 carrots? And so this one was amazing one.
Yes.
The fourth one, that carrots come in many colors.
Wow.
Forget about orange. Yeah, you can get carrots in other nature. We have white, yellow,
carrots,
and a deep shade of purple. Yes.
Yellow carrots.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo leo umerepresent team.
Mimi niko team yellow, team carrots, team yellow carrots. Hizo zinakuliwa na Kiburi FC. Peke yake. No other people take white. Yellow carrots.
They are yellow carrots, man.
Yes.
Hey, I think I need to do more research, but I'm like,
yeah, and funny enough, the first documented carrots were actually purple or white in color.
In Afghanistan.
Yes.
Purple carrots.
Yeah.
Watu wanakula kabisa.
And the orange vegetables we know today were developed after a genetic mutation caused purple carrots, which have a yellow-orange core, to lose their color and turn into a solid orange.
Wow. But there are still these other types of purple na purple
ziko. So naona ingine ni genetic.
Yes.
Nika genes, nika family ingine
ika develop orange
from the yellow orange. Nika from the purple carrots. Ikaanza sasa kutoka ni kama iko yellow orange until we developed a solid orange color.
Nice.
That one I know most of us never knew.
Did you know?
Did you know? And the fifth one,
yes.
Carrots, cooking carrots is better for you than eating raw carrots.
Agreed, that I agree. Because actually, and people don't know this, there was a research that was done and it was found out that 40% or up to 50-60% of the nutrients are released when you cook carrots than when you take them raw. So you can imagine, you're not even assimilating more than 5% of the nutrients when you're taking them raw.
Okay.
Ndio maana watu wengine
so watu wache kukula carrots raw. If you want to take something raw, just take beetroot, because that one I just saw someone take
beetroot
kama carrot.
So
yeah, wewe mwenye ulikula carrot kama beetroot, tafadhali. It's okay. Just take the beetroot. Never take carrots like that. It's okay. It's okay, Lilian. It's okay. That one surprised me. I've never. Alikula beetroot kama carrot.
Akakule keisha.
Yote.
Watu ni good.
Anyway, it's okay. It's okay for you. You took the beetroot kama carrot, as anakula carrot imepikwa, nataka kukula carrot. But that one, I was traumatized. I still have PTSD. I can't take beetroot. You can't just take beetroot like that. Honestly.
Wait. Okay.
But anyway,
that is a healthy being.
Also, carrots have sugar in them.
Yes.
So we were talking about sugar yesterday.
Yes.
We have another source of sugar.
Supplements.
And carrots do contain 4 types of sugar. You have sucrose, glucose. The last time I had sucrose. Where? The word sucrose. Glucose.
Biology.
Sijui inasemwaje. Lilian can help me. XYLOSE. How is it spelled?
White course.
Please help me, Lilian. And fructose. Yes, fructose. But I would like to get the spelling of XYLOSE. Yeah. And luckily for you, or for us, carb phobes, carb. CARB.
Fear of carbohydrates.
Yes. Despite the sugar, they contain very little starch, so you can have your sweet vegetable without the carbs.
Nice. That's really nice, man. And considering that fact now, on top it's a vitamin.
Yeah.
And also I think it's gonna nutrients zingine.
Mingi sana. B6. Plus, even though they are you have a witching bunch of the nutrients, just talking about the nutrients that are included. We have vitamin A, C, K, and B6.
What? B6?
Manganese, calcium, and a lot of dietary fiber and potassium.
That is a balanced diet in
itself. Carrot moja.
Unakula ugali na carrots.
So, there are people that don't take water.
Yes.
At the same time, don't take bananas. Anything to do with fiber.
Yes.
So, constipation when it comes to excretion, mambo inakuwa ni nao. So imagine you have carrots. You just take carrots. Iko na fiber na iko na maji. Nini ingine unataka? Stop saying you can just, we have solutions in life.
Yes.
If you're having a problem with constipation, just have carrots. They have fiber, they have water. You're good to go. There are people who say they just can't take water. I don't know if there's a phobia of taking water, but they just can't take water.
Unless it's in food or drink.
Yeah, unless it's but water by itself, mineral water, they can't.
I think pia ni wale watu wa body to mass ratio. Watu
Yeah.
warefu.
And so and they can't have a banana because probably if your man toxic masculinity you know
Unakula na side.
I would like it so no, you don't want to take something that has a source of fiber.
Yes.
So now you have a carrot. But still again toxic masculinity. These things should just stop. Should just cease. And so those are some of the fun facts about carrots.
Nice.
They are really nice. And it's good to educate ourselves at times.
Very
Yeah. Before you just venture into carrot farming or just consuming carrots, at least you know.
Like hiyo point ya carrots siko najua kuna carrots are white and purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has hit me.
Yellow.
You can imagine, but you've associated your whole life with carrot and orange.
And the orange one you've seen, it's mutation of genetics.
Mutation.
So,
Actually,
yeah.
it's the later.
The new one.
Yes.
And we have known carrots are from Afghanistan. The first place where we got carrots. Afghanistan. And so we get now into, apart from the facts, now we just get into the practicality of carrot farming and what you need to start carrot farming. And the leading determinant of carrot farming in Kenya actually are the soil type, always. The climate.
Very true.
And fortunately, carrots, as you say, do well in most of areas, any weather, regardless, or any soil, except clay and stony soils.
I think the simplicity of farming carrots, it's so simple to farm carrots and maintaining them, that we should all do such a venture. Have such a venture in our houses, in that kitchen garden.
But I would really want to know why large-scale farmers don't do carrots.
I don't know, it's the kuzoea sana ama but I believe kuna watu wanafanya large scale carrots.
Kuna watu wanaweza fanya large. Probably those are for exports, but mostly what we know, small scale farmers really get into
kitchen garden to supply kidogo pale half an acre.
And now we are talking about the temperatures being around 15 to 200 degrees Celsius. You see now we have covered so many people.
200
wasi wako kwa joto, wasi pia kwa hakuna joto. 15 to 200 degrees. You can get your carrots.
200 degrees.
Yes.
Wow.
You see now the climate doesn't affect that much. Actually, it's the soil. We talked about stony soil and clay soil. Will not do really well when you have that. So, but you can
thrive
anywhere.
That is I'll go for it.
Anywhere. And the soil analysis or the people who test the soil have actually established that carrots require the soil pH to be between 6 and 6.5.
Wow.
We just carve. We have here, we have soil analysis here. So just call a farmers. We'll be there to test your soil, to give you the pH. If it's between 6 and 6.5, go ahead. Go ahead, get your carrots, get your profits, and above all, you attain your knowledge
and your nutrition.
Yes, and you give your consumers the nutrition. And so with sufficient potassium at the right amount of nitrogen, and you have the soil pH being 6.5, you're good to go. And you are good to go.
That is really key. You see potassium too. So that means that actually carrots can do well in so many soils, in a variety of soils. There is no discrimination.
And so before we get to how actually you can get, how can you farm for great carrot production, let's get to the seeds. You know, you can broadcast the seeds, water them, and leave them to germinate minus covering with the soil.
Oh, so you can propagate them just kando
to
grow alafu transplant. That's really nice, man.
So you don't really need a lot of work. You don't need labor. You don't need so many people.
You're the labor actually.
You're the labor.
Yes.
So you can do this alone, and that's why probably it's best for small scale farmers because it's a starter. So it's something you're trying to find out if it can actually work in that setting of yours, that small farm, probably 2-3 acres, and you're good to go. And the model ideal for intercropping, as you're talking about, the model ideal for intercropping the carrots is the use of leeks because of the symbiotic relationship.
Pest control.
Here we are talking about carrots fend off caterpillars from the leeks, as the leeks keep away flies from the carrots.
Wow.
It's like an intercropping kind of thing.
I think that is
tunasaidiana.
hiyo iko chonjo kabisa, and actually most farmers do that, intercropping to control pests.
Yeah.
Because for instance, giving an example of people planting maize at the edges kwa sababu ya places yenye wameplant sukuma, mboga, manini, that is actually followed, that is for pest control. It's like a distraction for pests.
Yeah, so for carrots, we talked about the leeks. There is a capsicum. You can use tomatoes.
Very true.
You can use lettuce.
Wow.
So those are some of the crops that you can use to intercrop with the carrots.
Yes.
And you'll have done one thing. Pests and diseases umezitoa.
Kabisa.
A pest, probably not diseases as such, but for the pest, you've already controlled the pest.
High nutrition value.
Yeah.
Intercrop to hapo.
Now imagine you intercropping carrots and tomatoes, carrot production. How can we do it to actually get the best production from the carrot farming you're doing?
Yes.
So for the carrots to mature
Yes.
to the maximum of the excellent size you want or the quality you want, make sure the furrows, you know the furrows, kwa shamba, 15 centimeters apart and 2 centimeters deep.
Wow.
So hizo furrows ziko apart design 15 centimeters, but now when it comes to inakuwa the depth, it's 2 centimeters.
And actually that can be a good method. And if somebody si lazima upime, unaweza pima na macho, but I've seen farmers use drips. You know the drips?
Yeah.
Drips unaona kutoka drip moja hadi ana skip moja anapanda kwa ingine. I think your distance inakuwa around 15 centimeters.
Yeah.
So inakujanjarua hapo kidogo.
True. Because all these things you may have them in theory form.
Yeah.
But now unaenda pale hata unakuja na tape measure una try kupima 15. But now you're not, because you're too much into the measurements.
Yes.
But now when you unaifanya, especially for people who are perfectionists out here, they will suffer. By the time you're done with your furrows,
time has gone.
Time is gone. Ule jamaa alipima na macho alishamaliza.
Na kavuta na rake.
Yeah. So what we would advocate is just give some good space. Probably not a kabisa 15 centimeters, but some good space is okay. Compared to that one mwenye hata anapima alafu at the end you'll be very disappointed. Perfectionist, when things don't work their way, they are very disappointed. Lakini alipima na macho anasema next time acha ni reduce kidogo.
Labda very true point.
And so at the same time, while the seeds are tiny, they are tiny in nature, make sure makes them not easy to space. So you can combine them with light soil to ease the sowing and spacing process.
Wow.
Zinakwanga very
ndogo.
So could try to space seeds ndogo of 15 centimeters. So just use some light soil.
Yes.
And so to ease the sowing and spacing process.
Yes.
Kujua ku space pia tu vitu kidogo unataka kutuweka 15 centimeters alafu pia unataka kuchimba the depth being 2 centimeters chini. Doesn't make sense. So just mix with the light soil ile ya juju. Alafu sasa ukisha mix na hiyo soil, you are able to sow your seeds. And actually when you're doing the spacing
inakuwa simpler.
Unaweza
toboa na kidole.
And so why we have this spacing, it actually encourages the growth and the growth of the carrots. For them to be very strong and healthy. Na zinakuwa vizuri. You can imagine haujaacha space.
Actually, that is for most tubers. Is carrot a tuber? It's not. But for most plants ni unafunikia, ngwashe, waru, carrots, you have to leave the spacing for growth. Inone unatoa karoti. Inakuwa
very healthy, very strong, very big. Because ni the quantity.
Yes.
Na zinakuwa ni mingi. And so actually, as always, we need to irrigate. Irrigation, they just need water.
Yes.
So irrigate the carrots before thinning to make the pulling seamless and harmless.
Wow. Okay.
So naona ukishafika pale kwa when you want to pull them now, azishakuwa kubwa na kuzitoa. Before
maji,
una
flood hapo na maji.
Because inakuwa rahisi. It's very seamless au uhitaji tu maneno mengi. So don't just pull the carrots from the ground. Kutakuwa na zingine zitakuwa zimeremain.
Ama zinakatika bila unasema zinatoka baby carrot.
Zinatoka zikiwa baby carrots. So make sure you just water these carrots before you actually pull them. Very true. And these are some of the things you need to understand. And probably that's why small scale farmers are actually doing carrot farming. Can you imagine now a large tract of land unafanya carrots
5 acres imejaa
No.
carrot utataka sungura sana
ni normal. So when we come back, it's all about the profitability of carrot farming in Kenya and all that, and plus we have not actually done we are not done with the production part of it, but we shall be doing that and the profitability of the carrots in Kenya, and definitely for those who have a tendency of overdressing and underdressing, don't worry.
Yes, we've got you.
Yeah, your days of suffering are over.
Yes.
Because we'll be right back with the weather updates right here on the Farm Drive with me, Conrad Kibe
and ZJ Timo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Majina ni Emmanuel Lelei ama Olelei Lelei kwenye Facebook. Mimi nashughulika na drip installation, na hiyo ndio kazi ambayo tunaifanya. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwashukuru African Farmers Club kwa huu wakati ambao wameweza kunialika katika ofisi yao. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba venye nimeweza kualikwa mahali hapa, mimi ningesema ya kwamba itakuwa ni ushirikiano ulio mwema baina ya drip irrigation, Tips Hub na Africa Farmers Club. Nimekuwa nafanya hii kazi kwa muda mrefu. So far niko na 6 years kwa mambo na installation of drip, na kazi yenyewe ni nzuri, ninaipenda. Kitu ambacho ningependa kuwahimiza wananchi, hakuna mtu unaweza ukafanya kitu kama hujaweza kuipenda mwenyewe. So mimi napenda kazi yangu, kazi ambayo naifanya naipenda, na ndio sababu nimeweza kutilia maana ama nimeweza kuweka kiliongo ni kazi ambayo naweza kuifanya ya drip installation. So kazi yetu tunaifanya, na leo nimeweza kupata hii nafasi ya kuweza kuwa pamoja na African Farmers Club. So ukitaka kunipata kwenye mtandao Facebook, utanipata kama Olelei Emmanuel, ama unipate na Olelei Drip Irrigation Tips Hub. Kwa Gmail utanipata emmanuellei@gmail.com, na kwenye YouTube bado utanipata kama Irrigation Tips Hub. Nambari yangu ya simu kwa wale ambao wanaweza kuwa wanauliza, nambari ya simu ni 07 2 00 414 84. Ningependa kabisa nikaweza kuonyesha emitter ni nini na kazi yake na umuhimu wake pia ni nini. Unapoitazama hapa kuna drip line, na utaona kuna, ukiangalia kwenye sehemu ya juu kuna sehemu moja iko na hizo shimo ambayo inatoa maji, hiyo tunaita emitters. So maji, wakati wote maji inatokea kwenye hizo emitters, na hiyo emitter ikiweza kuwa uchafu ikiweza kuingia humo ndani haiwezi kutoa hiyo maji. So emitters ni kitu muhimu sana kwa drip line, maana hiyo ndio ina release maji ikiweza kuenda kwa mmea. So ningependa kueleza tu kwamba mtaweza kujua wakati unafanya installation ya drip, kama umekuwa wameinstall shamba yako, make sure unaangalia kila wakati hizo emitters kama zimeangalia juu ama zimeangalia chini. Zikiangalia chini, hapo in the bottom yake kuna kuanga na chances ya uchafu. Wakati uko na uchafu kwa tank, ipite kwa filter, ikifika pale itaweza kublock hizo shimo na zitaweza kutoa maji. Number 2, wakati tunafanya installation hapa kuna aina moja ya starter connectors, na ambayo sio starter connectors, hii tunaita min valve, ambayo ina uwezo unaweza ukaifunga mwenyewe ama ukaweza kuifungua kama unavyoona, kuna maji yanatoka. Na kuna ambayo ni direct starter connectors. So hii ni mojawapo ya mkulima mwenye anaanza anaweza akatumia kitu kama hii, maana anaweza akacontrol, ama ako na maji kidogo, unaweza ukacontrol wakati umefanya installation yako, unaweza ukacontrol hii maji, maana hii itakuwa na kazi kubwa.
Definitely 20 minutes to 4 p.m. right here on A Farmers Media. This is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Gibe, and definitely ZJT Mwako pale. And ukiona nimevaa yellow, as I said, my glow is a paid partnership with Kiburi FC. And today I'm just feeling good. Utangoja sana. I'm telling you, utangoja sana.
I am a patient man.
It is well. It is well. Imagine rest. Liverpool fan, rest. Just rest.
Our time to shine.
I can't see it. I can't see it. But anyway, apart from the paid partnership with Kiburi FC, today we're talking about the carrot farm.
Yes, sir.
And just to know that Liverpool fans cannot walk away alone, but they can't walk by themselves. Just going to help them, because probably they are so stressed together with the Arsenal fans. Shout out to Dennis Njiro. You're just so stressed that you need to be told about the weather updates. Wow. Just need, because wananyeshewa, when it's raining, wamevaa vest, kukia kumwaka jua, amevaa trench coat. Arsenal fans are just confused. But just to help you, an Arsenal fan, probably you are a farmer like Dennis, let me just help you. Kesho, if you're in Nairobi, tomorrow you can wear a jersey. and I don't know why you'll wear your jersey as an Arsenal fan, but just know tomorrow will be a bit cloudy and sunny at the same time, with the weather being the temperatures being as low as 23 degrees. And Mombasa, all Arsenal fans, tafadhali msivae jezi, muvae trench coat zote, sweaters zote, because it will be raining heavily with the temperatures being low as 27 degrees. Watu wa Nakuru the same, not the same actually. Watu wa Nakuru, Eldoret, Kisumu and Thika, it will be sunny and cloudy at the same. The temperatures being 21, 22, 24 and 23 respectively. Watu wa Malindi, kama kuna Tottenham Hotspur fans kama Sera Wanjiko, please kesho msivae jezi, kutakuwa kumenyesha. Just wear all your sweaters and ukiweza hata usitoke kwa duvet, because tomorrow will be raining heavily with the temperatures being 27 degrees, as low as 27 degrees. Watu wa Kakamega the same, watu wa Ingoho, it will be raining. It has been raining in Kakamega, so farmers in Kakamega, you've been blessed the whole of this week. You mko na baraka mingi, because has been raining almost the whole week. Temperatures will be as low as 22 degrees. And watu wa wapi, twende Wajia huko ndio kumejaa Manchester United fans, because they are hot and it will be hot tomorrow in Wajia. Temperatures being low as high as 32 degrees.
Huko ni kumoto.
Huko sasa ndio kumejaa Kiburi FC. They are just hot.
Hiyo story ya Sera Wanjiko mabao kesho zinanyesha.
No, don't talk about small things and small things that don't exist, like Tottenham. What's Tottenham? Jina hata inafanya ujiume ulimi. Watu wa Kitui the same tomorrow. It will be a bit cloudy and sunny, and the temperatures being as low as 24 degrees. And watu wa Namanga, twende watu wa Namanga. Tomorrow will be sunny, and the temperatures will be as low as 24 degrees. So make sure if you are a farmer, you want to actually get to know what will be happening tomorrow. Kama unataka kupanda, kama unataka kuharvest kesho, you know how the temperatures look like. And I believe you have an access to internet, so you can Google and search for your location and get to know what or how the weather will be looking at tomorrow. Is kupate off guard, just prepare yourself adequately. Yes, just prepare yourself adequately. Don't be like an Arsenal fan. Just don't prepare. They just go to the field and mambo inaribika. And it's normal. It's normal for them. There's no surprises when it comes to Arsenal. No surprises. Not unless they win.
I love their loyalty.
Unless they win, that's the only surprise that comes with Arsenal. But anyway, just we say today we are not just discussing the small things. Like Arsenal, talking about big things that will give you profits, unlike the small teams. We're talking about carrot farming today. And the carrot farming, let's get to the profitability of carrot farming in Kenya. And it's very lucrative, as we talked about when we started the show. And once the farmer has followed the details, including carrot planting guide, there's a guide that you can download online. It's it's the era of the internet. Everything is online.
Technology.
So just get that guide, carrot planting guide, really help you, and you'll get to understand how to do it. Or probably if inakuwa na kizungu mingi ama iko na tashwishi, just get an agronomist
to advise.
And definitely we have several here at A-Farmers, so you can contact us. Our number, I believe it's running on the screen. And if you were not able to get that number, you can just slide on our DMs on all our social media platforms at A-Farmers, on all our social media platforms with a Z at the end, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. You can just slide on our DM, just talk to us, tell us what you want. And definitely we say location should not be a problem for you. The proximity should not be a problem for you. We'll be there because you can talk about all these logistics.
Very true.
Definitely our services are of quality, high quality actually. The prices zetu ziko juu, ziko sawa. Si ziko juu, ziko sawa. So ni quality iko juu, price iko sawa. Ziko very sawa. How see? And so it's very profitable if you just understand. If you get to understand how these things are done, just follow. Imagine it's not very hard. Talked about just minimal supervision.
Minimal supervision. And
yes. And so in that case, profitability of carrot farming in Kenya will largely depend on how best you manage your crop, including ensuring the soil is conducive and fertile. And that one we've talked about.
And as much as carrot is not as hard to plant on, it's not easy. It's not hard to plant because you just find the suitable soils, and most soils are suitable. So haina mambo mengi.
As long as you just call A-Farmers, unaambia unajua nini? I want to know my soil type. Is it I want to know my pH of the soil. Is it between 6.5 and 6.5? Munipatie, go ahead, I'm good to go. Yo, I have my profits. Niwagawie kidogo.
Unaweza tuma
Just
kakitu,
work.
you can appreciate.
Yes, but so just get to understand
Yes, sir.
the soil, the conducive environment,
Yes, the
and it will be
pH.
fertile.
Very
Yeah,
true.
just know this soil is fertile. The environment that I am in is
Yeah, iko na
conducive.
potassium,
Iko na kila kitu,
nitrogen.
iko na nutrients huko chini.
Okay,
You're just good to
carrots,
go.
unapata-
Yes, and also
harvest.
it should be having sufficient of water,
Yes.
a lot of water,
Yes.
because you remember now the temperature is 15 to 200. Manze, shamba lazima itake maji.
Welcome.
So if you don't irrigate or actually water your carrots,
Yes.
then you're not going to maximum profits.
Actually, I've noticed something that actually carrots require irrigation from planting to harvesting. Even harvesting, you have to
You
plant.
see now, before usitoe lazima for
plant.
say for actually making when you're uprooting or getting them from the ground,
Kwa maji
ikuwe-
lazima
ikuwe
kuwe na-
very easy for you. And also the temperatures and the pH you talked about, 6 to 6.5. That's the best. And those are the just limit, the bare minimum, the requirements that
To
you need.
just be the
Just
simple
making sure
carrot farm.
sufficient water, the soil type,
Yes.
conducive, the
Soil
pH of the
pH,
soil, the temperatures are okay, you're good to go.
Yes.
Imagine now ingine ni self-discipline, as we talked about yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday we talked about the self-discipline of the body.
Yes.
Now this is a self-discipline of what you're actually doing.
Farming.
Yeah,
Very
the
true.
work ethics cut across everywhere.
Uko rada hapo. Na hata unajua ni juu ni minimal supervision.
Manze,
So
haina
once-
maneno mingi.
haina maneno
It's not about tomatoes. These tomatoes.
unalala na tocha
Bana,
ukimulika nyanya.
ni normal. And so, with a total of a cost of approximately 45,000, either high or low, depending on the economy,
Yes.
per acre, you can get the best carrots harvest about 20 tons.
20 tons of
20
carrots.
tons, we are talking about 20,000 kgs.
You are just exporting those carrots.
20 tons
20 tons.
from probably per acre. You've invested 45,000. And this, remember,
20 tons an acre.
last week, is it last week or this week, we talked about translating the theory to the practical part of it.
Farm, yes.
Yes. And so when you're talking about this is more or less,
Yes.
depending on the economy,
Yes.
per acre, we're talking about 45,000 Kenya shillings.
And a reap of 20 tons.
So 20 tons, that's 20,000 kgs. Per kg, probably you're talking about how much?
I think 50 shillings.
50 shillings.
To 100 regarding the market. But
Tuweke 80 bob.
tuweke 80 shillings. Ama tuweke 100 shillings, the higher end.
That's 2 million.
2 million.
But that depends on you.
Yes, sir. You can decide and neglect
depends
your
on-
carrots.
Don't go say hesabu ijengiana I wrote 2 million and say what? No, that
The
depends.
business plan.
Depends with the economy.
Yes, sir.
Probably when by the time you're harvesting, carrots are everywhere. People are selling 1 kg at 40 shillings.
Very true.
And you're like, no, but I was supposed to get
2 million.
No, I was supposed to get 20,000 kgs. Mbona napata 1,000 kg?
But I
It's
believe
something you never did.
very true,
Yeah.
very true. And I believe that as long as a farmer has market, then you cannot, and you're keen, you can never go at a loss.
You can never
You don't
go
have
for
to go at a loss. That is
Yeah.
a choice, unless it's beyond you, like what we call the nature taking place. Kama kuna place.
Alafu kuna pests and diseases.
Yeah.
Siku moja tu kuwe na flood. So just having this being money minded always is not good. We're just giving you figures. These are just random figures, not random, but from a point of experience. Someone just said
Things
from
happen in
1
farming.
acre,
Yes.
I did this.
Yes.
This is what I got.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that's your story. That's his or her story.
What is your story?
Yeah, you can get more than 20,000 tons.
You can, if you want.
If you want to,
Yeah,
you can
you want to.
you can just have that. So
Yes.
that's all about profitability, and that's how much you can get from carrots. And remember, you're talking about small scale farming,
Yes.
because from the profits that you've given, on the numbers you've given, you talk about from per acre, just 1 acre.
Yes.
You see, that's small scale. So, but that doesn't mean that this kind of farming doesn't have challenges. They are there.
Challenge.
So kama umetega sikio alafu ukasikia 2 million, you're like
Umeshaenda.
ushaingia pale ndani. There are challenges. There are challenges when it comes to carrot farming in Kenya, and one that if you're not careful itakumaliza. We're talking about pests and diseases.
Very true.
And this is the leading enemy of carrot farming that is pests and diseases.
Yes.
With the right information at hand, therefore you can curb this menace before it wreaks havoc on your precious and most prized crop.
Yes.
That is the carrot. And so you just need to know how to control the pests and diseases.
And pests and diseases is quite a challenge to the farmer. And you have to learn how to control pests and diseases always. And with the experience you have, if you don't know how to go about it, you can seek information with us here at Africa Farmers.
Yes.
You can contact us and we can work with you as a farmer.
Just work with you, just understand, you get to know how you can actually control the pests and diseases in your farm. And so that is very important. Remember, we've talked about the leading enemy or the leading challenge of carrot farmers.
Very true.
In the country and also globally. So talking about pests and diseases.
Yes.
The other one, I think they're just part of the pests, cutworms.
Cutworms.
C-U-T, cutworms.
Oh,
They're like
I hear you.
they're like the cutworms, like black cutworms, and turnip attack the roots by
The
causing
carrots.
holes.
Yes.
Zinatengeneza tushimo.
And little baby carrots.
Yes, as they feed on them.
Wow.
So you can control this by encouraging and conserving natural cutworm enemies.
Yes.
Dingi. Ai, Gori nayo nataka kuniangusha. Kizungu ilikuja na mimi. Digging the land to exposure,
Yes.
to expose the caterpillars,
Yes.
to sun and predators. That is one.
Yes.
Unatoa hizo expose.
Chimba.
Yes. Destroying vegetation.
Yes.
And weeds before planting.
Yes.
So make sure as you preparing the land.
It's bare land.
It's bare. Haina weeds, haina kuna kitu ingine.
Yes.
This is one way you can control the cutworms and all. Because if you plant, if you just make sure you sow the seeds and plant everything, kukiwa na weeds and vegetation around,
Yes.
then probably
High chance of
cutworms zitakuwa. Yeah.
There's also this trick of flooding your area, or flooding the shamba before planting. They go and drown the cutworms there. I've seen old school farmers do that. Don't know whether it works, but yeah, they flood the shamba.
You know, old school farmers have so many ways of doing things. Zinaitangwa aje ni orthodox. They are not really scientific, but they really work for them.
Very true.
They work for them. I remember just one of pests and diseases actually.
Yes.
Farmers using detergents.
Wow.
Tengeneza detergents, then you spray.
To the pests.
But I was told it really works, but it's short term.
Yes.
It's not long term. At sasa imeua all the pests.
Yes.
Inauanga zile ziko karibu. The small ones won't die.
Wow.
But the big ones will die. Zile you can just see them by your naked eyes.
Yes.
You'll kill them.
Wow.
But they use detergents because probably they don't have money to actually buy the insecticide or the pesticides. Hawana. So they just mix the detergents wako nazo kwa nyumba, wana spray. And for them, they are like there are a lot of people who are not perfectionists. You see perfectionists will make sure hapa hakuna uchafu kabisa. But the other lot, mali tumejaa wengi, as long as I have sioni uchafu, I am okay. It's presentable.
As long as exactly.
Yeah, it's presentable. Someone can come, place anything here. Iko sawa. So that's how that farmer
old school farmer
will do.
Yes.
As long as I don't see that pest there. Hakuna pest. Yeah. But nikianza kuziona, I just use detergents.
Great.
And it really works for them, but it's always short term. It's always a short term way of working. Also, you can spread thick ash on the seed beds.
Wow. Thick ash. That seems old school also.
Also, the old school here. The old school, but it really works. And flooding the land for some days before planting. Just too much. Yeah. So those are some of the ways you can use to actually kill the cutworms or make sure that if there are no cutworms in your farm. Yes. Also, cottony soft rot. These are fungi.
In carrots.
These are fungi. Causes cottony soft rot, and the disease. These are disease.
Yes.
Is characterized by development of watery leaves, leaf rot.
Yes.
Like the leaf rots.
Yes.
And soft roots and crowns. So the leaf
is rotting
and the roots
so
also
unapata
rot. Yeah.
the carrot is a bit flexible.
Yes.
It is supposed to be staunch and hard.
Yes, and the affected areas are covered with white fungal growth where irregular black fungi, a fungal resting body appear.
Wow.
So you'll just see the white fungal, the black fungal. Alafu vile unasema it's not really stable.
Soggy.
Yes. And it's a serious storage and field crisis where the affected roots causes an extensive breakdown during the storage and transportation if the carrots are packed.
The sogginess.
Yes.
Unapata inaenda ime breakdown.
Sasa inaenda ni ile inasema kiazi kimoja kikiharibika vyote vimeharibika. So it will be the same if you don't notice as you actually package it and you transport it. Utapata by the time you get it to the market, all of them have cottony soft rot.
So you have to be on the lookout.
Very.
This can be done especially when you unaenda tu after a while, labda unaweza prut kamoja uone condition spot.
But the good thing about it, imagine you can control this carrot disease by practicing 3-year crop rotation using forage grasses, cereals, and flooding the soils.
Wow.
That's just one way of actually making sure that cotton, this
fungal disease.
Cotton soft rot doesn't affect your carrots.
Yes.
So you should avoid packing and storing diseases or damaged roots.
Yes.
So you just make sure they are not damaged or they don't have any diseases as you're packing them. Using clean storage containers and maintaining temperatures close to 0 degrees Celsius and humidity not higher than 95% during storage.
During storage.
Yeah.
So you have to freeze them or because 0 degrees Celsius.
Ni kama sasa usiziweke kwa joto sana. Yeah. When you're storing, that is when you're storing. Probably makes sense when so many people who own a fridge will actually store carrots in kwa fridge.
Yes, but they have to pack them for the carrots to last long.
Yeah. By the same time, still will avoid disease. You can imagine if you're doing it to sell to people, then all of them ziko na hii fungal infection becomes super. So to make sure that you don't actually make the carrots get affected by this disease, just make sure the containers wherever you're storing this carrots, they're very clean. Usiweke tu mali panakaa tu venye panataka. And the temperatures are almost 0. And humidity 95% during storage. So just make sure it's humid, the temperatures are okay, and clean containers as you're doing so. This will actually help or reduce the risk of getting the fungal disease we're talking about, that is cottony soft rot. And the other challenge we have is carrot dumping off. Carrot dumping off.
Yes.
And this is a complex crop pathogen causes a complex crop pathogen causes dumping off diseases by causing seeds to rot before germination or seedling death after germination.
So this carrot IPT stage germination.
Haiwezi hata inafika tu mwisho.
That's why the guy was advising in propagating the seed. We don't use soil. We just
because now if you haujaweka hiyo nini you've not spaced out.
Yes.
Alafu tu unaziweka tu vile unataka, you've not used a lighter soil, so they're not really prepared for germination, and so they cause the dumping off. But this can be avoided by using recommended seeds free from diseases and avoiding over irrigation of the seed beds or the fields.
So as much as this
you're flooding, remember you talked about encouraging people to flood, but make sure it's not overdone.
Yes.
When as you're flooding, this is before you plant.
Yes.
So when you're planting, make sure there's a bit of moist, but isikuwe ni maji mengi sana. Maji kama ya rice. You see the way rice needs a lot of water.
Actually,
you do that to carrots, dumping off. So just to avoid that.
So you have to be pale katikati average. Unaweka maji, unakaa.
Lakini isikuwe ni over irrigate. And at the same time, the seeds that you're buying free from diseases.
Treated diseases. And actually you can contact here.
Hapa tu ndio tunakupatia seeds that are free from diseases, seeds of the best quality and affordable prices. Just contact us. Tutakusaidia
kabisa.
Yeah, and you'll be part of the testimonies of the very many farmers who have been assisted right here.
You will eat lots of carrots.
Yes. And you'll get your profit at the same time. Because it's all about attaining the knowledge and getting your profits. And I think those are some of the challenges that we have when it comes to carrot farming. And so before we take our break, we can just say how and when to harvest carrots, because we have already done everything. We've already started from the germination stage, actually buying the seeds because we talk kwa farmers. You've decided to
tumekufanyia
soil testing. Wewe usha flood your area before you start everything. Tumeshaweka seeds na wewe, tumeirrigate because tuna monitor na unapiga simu, we do some video call because the internet is everywhere. People have access to internet. If you have the question, we answer. Sasa wewe ushapiga kazi yako pale, umeleta kanta kako, sasa
unakuja sasa
tuko kwenye kanta, sasa umeingiza kwenye fields. Sasa now now it's how and when to actually harvest these carrots. Sasa kakanta kako pale. Generally the smaller the carrot, the better the taste.
Very true.
Okay, didn't know that.
Because of the preserved sugars.
So
that's what the carrot.
Tukienda kwa market sichukue ile kubwa. Nipe ile.
Lakini ile kubwa iko na maji mingi. But sasa si tamu sana. That makes sense.
Anyway, harvest whenever desired maturity or size is reached. Carrots should be about as wide as your thumb.
Yes, sir.
Okay, depends too. We have different thumbs anyway. Or at least half an inch in diameter.
Wow. But carrots can grow as wide as they can grow wide.
They can.
That's
about, like the bare minimum. Ikishapita hapo ni sawa. Yeah. And if you're growing carrots in the spring, we're talking about wakati wa joto. Na pia the summer hivi. Kama imeisha iko tu pale katikati, harvest before daily temperatures get too hot.
They lose
ngoja wakati kiangazi kinaanza, then you're like, hey, sasa tunaweza anza kutoa. So just make sure you harvest before the temperatures are getting too hot. So ikikaribia hivi kuingia December, January, make sure umeanza sasa kuharvest, as the heat can cause carrots root to grow fibrous. The fibers are not really okay to carrots.
Amata zitaanza kunini, zitarudia process ya kuflower, kutoa seeds,
zinarudi tena. So
the recurrent.
So it's about observing. This is all about observing. Remember you talked about the size. If umeona imefika maturity stage, it's up to you. Si ati Italia ati kuambia oya I am good to go. It's up to you to actually just observe. See the size is okay, it's mature enough, tunaweza itoa.
But you can also during watching out for the carrots growth, you can start monitoring them for a period of 4 months. 4 months they have grown mature. Start monitoring them from a period of 4 months.
And carrots taste much better after 1 or more frosts. And frost encourages the plant to start storing energy, sugars in its roots for later use.
That's why una harvest unapata iko tamu sana.
Kuna carrots zingine you're like okay, all right.
Ni snack.
The baby carrots, we talked about it being a snack. And just to note before we take a break, carrots following the first hand frost in the fall, cover the carrot tops with an 18-inch layer of shredded leaves to preserve them from harvesting later.
Dry leaves
for harvesting later.
Nice.
Just make sure you just preserve them. This is all about preservative. So hata before uleta ile kanta yako
lazima uzitekea kidogo. Stoke zikiwa tamu.
Ban. And so I think when we come back, it's about how do you store your fresh carrots. Because we need the fresh carrots. We've talked about it being 88% of water
and sugars.
Very sugary. So we want fresh carrots. And definitely we want them stored properly. Because you as a farmer, you need your market to actually stick with you because of the fresh carrots that you produce. All that, and remember, we're coming back with an interesting segment that is the pan of the day. And definitely tutakuwa tukikafunga and get to understand what are some of the benefits of doing carrot farm. All that after this short break.
Yes, sir.
Melon is a trailing vine in the gourd family. The word melon can refer to either the plant or specifically to the fruit. Watermelon is a type of melon that is sweet and refreshing fruit. Watermelons can either be grown on home gardens for small-scale farmers or large-scale depending on the market demand. You can either transplant or plant watermelon seeds directly. For best performance, plant watermelons in hot, sunny locations with loose, fertile, well-drained soil that is rich in organic matter. It is best to plant watermelons on raised rows and ensure that the soil pH is between 6.0 to 6.8. On average, it takes around 3 months for a watermelon to grow from seed to mature fruit, with smaller varieties having shorter growing times than larger varieties of watermelon. Watermelon growing, if done rationally and on a scalable basis, can be a good source of income. Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the taproot portion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions.
Farmers is the home of Africa Farmers Club, and by extension, African farmers. The whole idea behind Farmers is to transform the image of an African farmer from a producer into an entrepreneur, somebody who actually does not think about how to produce onions, but how much is going to be used to produce onions, and so that way then they can be able to transform their vision, they can be able to look at their farms as businesses, and they can be able to know when to engage with the market. What we have done is that we have developed a hub where farmers bring their information, bring their questions, their challenges, and other farmers are there to come out and help. Facebook has not just been instrumental, Facebook has been a working partner for myself as well. And Facebook has actually transformed the way we relate, an open platform. My background is in tech, and I know you cannot build a platform that can reach out to so many people. Initially, it was just a few farmers in 2 counties, Machakos County and Kajiado counties, but now it has transformed. We have a stronger membership from Nigeria and Zambia than even Kenya itself, And the reason behind this is the messages I get from different farmers across Africa. And then something interesting came to my mind, and I thought about using the camera. Every time I visited farmers, I would be able to post in the community, in the group, in my own profile, and just share the story of the farmer that I visited. And then I asked myself, why wouldn't I get this information, develop it in a way that other people can be able to benefit? If we go for a training, how do we capture that so that those who are not, the farmers who are not able to come for that training can still benefit? And hence the birth of a farmers media. Our mission as an organization is to help farmers, African farmers, to attain knowledge and grow profits.
Have I ever mentioned I work with just amazing group of people right here on Farmers? This is a farm drive show with me, Conrad Kibe, and definitely we are talking about carrot farming.
Yes, sir.
And how you can grow maximum profits from carrot farming.
Yes, sir.
And how to start, why to do it,
and how to do it,
and the fun facts. We've been talking about basically all that right here on the Farm Drive show. And we are about to wind up the show, but in the meantime, as always, lazima niwapatie dozi yenyu ya kila siku, and that is the interesting segment of the day. That is the pun of the day, and our pun today. I give you puns every day.
Yes, little puns.
I give you puns every day. I give you some jokes, some hot jokes.
Daily dose.
But there are things that can never make a joke.
Yes.
They are the eggs.
Yes.
And why do you think eggs can never make a joke? They can never make a joke. Hata uweke mayai hapa uiambie toa joke, haiwezi.
Itatagika ama itataguka.
Let me help you because it's a furahi day.
Yes, sir.
The reason as to why eggs can never make a joke,
okay,
it's because they'll crack each other up. Yes.
That is excellent.
Oh wow. Oh, hiyo uko umepanga. Huko umepanga imetoka tu.
Even
That's
talk.
it's the effects.
I know.
Just the effects. Yeah. I ooze the dry jokes. I ooze dry jokes. So if you just work with me, imebaki kidogo hivi. My director kidogo tu sijui amechelewa tu. Pia ataanza kutoa my dry jokes.
Great.
But now you see,
Yeah,
kuingia. So that's an excellent joke.
Yes.
Why didn't I think of that? Now that's why you compliment. You actually compliment this joke. Amazing. So that's the reason as to why eggs don't make jokes, because they'll crack each other up. Yeah.
That was nice.
That was excellent.
Excellent.
Hiyo nao ni kali. Hiyo umefunga hata twende home. Twende home. Twende home. But now, before we just go back to everything, we talked about how to store. And we are now talking about how to store the fresh fruits.
Yes, sir.
Or the fresh carrots.
Yes, sir.
Most of my childhood, I thought carrots were fruit.
And tubers too. A big myth, because they grow deep roots. Yes.
What? Okay. Ukicheka director yangu sawa. Wewe cheka hivyo kwa masikio yangu, but anyway, for real I thought carrots were fruit. Ask me why.
Why?
Mama yangu alikuwa ananipea ikiwa raw. Wallahi nikiwa mtoi. Yeah. I never saw carrots in food.
Umekula carrot.
Nilikuwa nachonga hivi napatiwa. So vile kwa John ya fruit.
Ni fruit.
Karibu niitishe iweke kwa pudding. Like watermelon.
Carrot.
No, we are not talking about beetroots by the way. Today it's about carrots. Yeah. Yes. I swear I knew carrots were fruits.
Yes.
Just honestly, wewe uko unapatiwa carrot kibichi. It was a thing.
Ulikuwa unaambiwa ni nzuri ya macho.
Chakula before hivi, unaambiwa eyesight.
Ona vizuri.
Mimi nilianza kuvaa miwani nikiwa class 4. Nikatupa miwani zangu. I said I can never be sick. That was in I can't remember in form 1. Unless Dennis aniambia ka high school nilikuwa navaa miwani. Siwezi kumbuka, but the better part of high school,
yes,
I really didn't wear spec that much.
Because of
then campus ikakuja kidogo, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But every time nilikuwa napatiwa carrot, awe macho yako ilikuwa ni mzuri. So I always knew. So nilikuwa naenda kwa msee, I find they're having carrots in food. I'm like, kero. Why you people don't you
destroy this fruit?
Don't you respect things are supposed to be respected? Respect a carrot. Why cooking fruits?
Yeah. Hey, okay.
But now I know better.
Now you I hear you.
I know better. But you can't blame me.
Really
You can't blame me. Just the way you can't blame other people for eating beetroots just like a carrot. We can't blame each other. Yeah, we learn, we live, we learn.
And we grow.
We grow. And so how to actually store fresh carrots is to store freshly harvested carrots, twice or twist or cut off all by an inch.
Yes.
Unachukua, you twist.
Unatoa hiyo part ya juu ya leaves.
But a half inch of the top of the tops.
Yes.
Sijui kama tunaelewana. Hii ndio you may harvest. Imetoka kwenye shamba. The top part of it, like a half an inch of it. Yes. Unai twist. Yeah. You twist, yes, or cut off.
Yes.
Scrub off any dirt. Yes. Remember imetoka kwa underground, iko na a lot of soil, and that under cold running water, yes, or air dry. Yes. Yani iko huko kwa mchanga deep. Because remember we talked about 2 centimeters deep. So imekuwa huko down, imemea so much. Yes. So need to, like the big part of it or the top part of it, yes, just like cut or twist a half an inch of it. Uweze remember tulikuwa tume irrigate,
dump na hapo.
Yeah, tume dump maji kidogo so that ikuwe seamless, like we're very very simple. Very true. So seal in airtight plastic bags.
Exactly.
But in Kenya, do you have or they say plastic bags in the food peke yake?
I think there are those specific kama zinakujanga na meat. Achana na meat ya supermarkets.
Okay.
Wana seal inakuwa seal.
Oh yeah. Airtight. Oh yeah, by the way that one is very airtight. Yes. Compared to the other one.
Exactly.
Mtu alikuwa anafunga not mali anataka. Unaifungia pale, alafu ikimejaa alafu na very peculiar. Unaifunga hapa alafu unajua sasa iko na lot of air. Unaona unakata pale. Yeah.
Kenyans.
No, unaelewa chenye nasema.
Nakupata kabisa.
So airtight plastic bags. Yes. We're talking about you umesema ni ile ni kama kazipu unaifunga tu hivi
unafinya inatoka yote sino
exactly hapo hivyo you've sealed it and so umeshaweka kwa that airtight plastic bag unaweza refrigerate
kabisa.
kama una fridge unaweza it's called what where kiosk mingi ama hizi vibanda they don't have fridge soda wanaweka kwa maji baridi alafu unaweka kwa bucket just
creative.
Exactly, just be creative. You don't have somewhere very has a lot of cold or 0 degrees inachezea hapo hivyo, just know what to do. Just as long as umeiweka mahali is it cool ama it's
Cool and dry.
Cool and dry. Dry and cool and dry. Yeah, just make sure you've placed them in that kind of environment.
Really?
If you simply put fresh carrots in the refrigerator, they'll go
bad very fast.
Yes. If you don't put them actually
in a bag.
No, if you don't put them in a refrigerator, start bigger.
Haraka.
Yeah, very fast. And so that is the first thing. So remember to put them in an airtight plastic bag. But before that, umeosha ile uchafu yote yeah, don't preserve them when they are very dirty. Yeah. You may also leave mature carrots in the soil for temporary storage if the ground will not freeze and pests are not a problem. Unasema zile bigi wacha kwanza tuziweke hapa
on ground.
Zipanga hizi hapa hivi
kwanza.
That is unazitoa alafu unaziweka tu juu.
Wow.
If
there are no pests and diseases.
You know there are no pests and diseases and your place auishi Limuru so freeze. Hakuna baridi mingi ile sana because now overexposure over the cold is actually not okay with the carrots. Yeah. So make sure kama uko Limuru hii yako please just kakando. This not zako.
Osha tu.
Wewe osha weka kwa
fanya kama watu
imetosha. Wewe fanya kama watu wengine. But kama uko place ingine you are very sure there are no pests and it's not freezing, you're good to go. Just place them tandariza kwa ground kutandaza. Unatandaza kwa ground.
Lakini hiyo tandariza ni hivyo kabisa.
Yeah, it's the act of doing it.
Nimekupata.
Synonym ya tandaza. And also the last one, carrots can also be stored in tubes of moist sand or dry sawdust in cool and dry area.
Wow. Dry sawdust.
Yeah.
Sawdust inaweza fanya mambo mingi sana.
Hey. Watu wako kwa biashara ya sawdust. They are really doing good out here. So those are some of the tips of how you can actually preserve your carrots. And this we are talking about you as a consumer and you as a farmer, especially the first two. Za kuweka kwa air because you cannot sell these carrots to the consumers zikiwa zimeharibika, ziko na maji mingi, they are very soggy. No one will take your carrots.
It will be a loss to you.
Yeah. So definitely this is something for you as a consumer. Probably you're not having the carrots, the 1 kg of both, you're not eating them at the same time unless you have rabbits in your house or you've kept rabbits around your compound. Hiyo ni sawa, wanaweza kula in one sitting. But now if you have it for later use, just make sure you preserve them in those right ways, making sure umekata vizuri, you've scrubbed off all the dirt that is there in,
dried them.
It's very very in the preserve in airtight plastic bags, then you refrigerate.
Very true.
At the same time you may leave mature carrots that you've talked about in the soil pale tu juu hapo tu juu. Imagine that's a storage place.
Imagine even hit to side.
Yeah, because hauna vegetation nyingine around unless you've done the intercropping, but it's okay because the intercrops and tomatoes, legumes, capsicum, so it's okay. That's a new one. I didn't understand. But this one will actually come in hand if you're not in a place where it's freezing and at the same time there are no pests. If you're very sure you have no pests around, ama zitakuwa zinakusumbua, you can practice.
Wewe ni mtu tu hauna just story mingi ya refrigerator.
Wewe una story mingi. Hauna maneno mingi. You're good to go with this kind of preservation
and storage.
Yes. And some of the benefits of carrots. Nikwambia nikiwa mdogo unaambiwa this one will help you your eyesight. Yeah.
Lazima uone watu vizuri.
Lazima uone watu. You know, most part of my campus is that one as an excuse. That's yonangi watu usiku. But it's true. But just use it like if you snob someone at night. Umemwona ndio ule unajua there's a way you can just come out of the house, you just don't want to.
To say hi
Probably
to
you're
him.
from a nap,
Utaki
and you
story
know how
more.
irritable you can be.
Yes.
And people are just shouting. Why are you shouting in the morning? Or probably why are you shouting in the evening? I'm from sleep. I've not even defrosted.
Unapita hivi.
No, you're just having your specs. Then someone said, hey, Jana, I passed ulinipita. Like, I didn't see you. I swear I don't see at night. I'll tell you, buy a carrot. We're kulanga carrot. So that's, is it scientific by the way?
To eat carrot.
That's a benefit.
It's true, it's a benefit. Na unaweza kula carrot but unaonea mwenzako.
No, you can't say that. What?
But true, very true.
It's scientific. So if I have carrots, nitaacha kuvaa miwani.
Ukikulanga carrots. Kwanza ukikula cooked carrots. It's time.
Now that's why I drew the line. Cooked carrots, no. I don't see my
Your
food.
fruit cooked.
My food. Why is it colorful? Why is it colorful?
It's an orange color.
No, but it's a benefit, yeah.
A good benefit.
Which other benefit do you have for carrots?
Vitamin B6, vitamin A,
C.
I think also for men with prostate need to take carrots.
For real?
Yes. C.
How does it come in handy?
I think your vitamin B6.
Yeah.
Inasaidia na watu prostate, if I'm not wrong. Same na watermelon, your class yo.
And men don't want to go for prostate testing.
Yeah. But you see, you can avoid that. That's why we were talking about eating healthy yesterday. Eating healthy foods, you can avoid all these things in the long run.
Okay. Now I have no benefit. Probably now I can consider having cooked. Because we talked about eating raw carrots.
Yes.
It's not good for you.
Yes.
And so,
Cooked carrots.
prostate.
Na pia fiber ya constipation.
Okay. Yeah. For those having issues with fiber. Fiber, you don't just love things that will help you with fiber. But the fiber is very important.
It's very important.
Yeah. Especially for those having those issues.
But people really underrate it. I don't know why.
Huh?
And
The fiber.
People what one ignore sana story of fiber.
We talked about healthy eating. Jana. It's not easy eating healthy.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's the best, but good things don't come easy.
They don't come
easy. Yes, so those are some of the benefits of carrots. If I don't know if my director can allow us to just go for a short break, because now I am shocked about carrots having the benefits being having benefits of can actually help in reducing the risk of prostate.
Very true.
That one is new.
Vitamin
one is new. So you can comment down on the comment section. What are some of the fun facts that we've talked about in the show that have shocked you?
Yes.
Me, one is that one about prostate.
Afghanistan.
That one is it's part of the fun facts that you're talking about. Yes. And the colors.
Afghanistan.
And all the facts that you've talked about in the show are really interesting, and they're also triggering, and they're very educative. So if you're out there, you think of having carrot farming as a venture for you, probably you've tried all the other farming, umesema, yo, I always make. You want to venture into small scale farming?
Yes.
Try carrot farming. It's good. Has the market, because the market is the local market. Probably if you've umetaka kuomoka zaidi ama you're visionary enough, try the exportation. But there you need to be very careful because there's so many set rules. So just get into the internet, get the carrot planting guide, talk to agronomist, come to a farmers. We can help you discuss from scratch until you get your profits, until you get your product to the market. It will help you, because here at A Farmers is where you attain your knowledge, and at the end of it all, you grow your profits. Also, so when you come back, watu wako kwa barabara, Thika Road, Mombasa Road, Westlands, watu wakinao for today will be doing that for you. And definitely, I know Arsenal fans are just stuck in traffic. All that after this short break. 23 minutes to 5 p.m. right here on A Farmers Media. This is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe.
And ZJ Timo.
And we are straight to the Arsenal fans ambao wamekwama kwa barabara. And if you're an Arsenal fan or probably a Tottenham Hotspur fan, and watu you never walk alone. But you in traffic, you're not alone. The Liverpool fans, And you are around Mombasa Road. Just remember that the traffic is starting to build up around Imara Daima all the way to around Airtel as you head to the southern bypass, and from there the traffic starts to build again around South B, South C, hadi Nyayo Nyash Nyayo hadi Nyayo. Wah! Arsenal fans, don't jinx me. This is just because I've said that Kasmolka team. Around Nyayo Stadium, that's where traffic is built all the way in Asonga Mpaka University of Nairobi, the University Way.
Yes.
Yoyote, that stretch is full of traffic, so make sure if you can avoid that road as much as possible, please do so.
Yes.
And definitely watu wa Langata Road or karibu na Timol na inaanza, the traffic begins from Kenyatta National Hospital ikiwa imeshuka Mbagathi Way hadi pale Timol, Langata Road ukiwa umepanda juu, that's where the traffic is at. And watu wa wapi, let's just go to around Ngara, definitely around Globe Cinema.
Yes.
It's looking very like a parking lot, so make sure if you can avoid Globe Cinema or roundabout
Yes.
as much as possible as you're going home, please do so. And definitely from there inafunguka today, it's a surprise, Muthaiga hakuna traffic, so inyoe hadi ukiwa umefika sides za Thika Road hiyo yote, the stretch is looking good as per now. And watu ABC Place Nairobi towards as you go or as you get into Westlands, looking like the traffic is moving. It's moving traffic definitely around and along Waiyaki Way. So make sure you are advised as possible, because you have less than 3 hours to go for the curfew if you're in the 5 red zones, that's Nairobi, Nakuru, Kajiado, Kisumu, Kiambu, and Machakos. Even those 5 counties, make sure that you are home before 8 p.m. And for the rest of the 42 counties, hatusikii vibaya sana, your curfew is at 10 p.m. But remember, the common enemy is COVID-19. It's not the government.
Yes.
So we just fight in one common enemy. Let's not fight the government, and the government doesn't fight its people, because the enemy is COVID-19. Let's not be distracted about that. And so make sure you wear your mask properly, sanitize when necessary, and definitely keep your social distance.
Very true. Very true. And eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Yes, and stop supporting us. Gives you a lot of depression. If you're eating healthy, you're maintaining all these protocols by MOH, then you support Arsenal. Unapata ulcers. What is your problem? Please. Yes.
I hope and pray your time to fall will come.
We are not falling. We are a big team. We are a big team.
You will be walking here just like head
what?
Down. Kiburi FC itaisha. Your time is coming.
Our time is coming.
Life is full of ups and
but we are not as down as Tottenham. if there's a down, then you're not that down.
Ouch.
Yeah.
My director, how are you feeling?
Supports teams that. Okay.
Okay, it is
Funga
well. It is well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Farm Drive with myself and
Conrad Kibe. Yeah, Chairman Kiburi FC. And definitely, I'm hoping after this, I'll just try and get a soft drink. Probably water will help.
Yes.
For Dennis. He's not well as an Arsenal fan. And pray for him. He's an Arsenal fan. And he had a very, very long night yesterday. Having a long day today. Definitely he'll be having a long weekend. That one, I kid you not. Yeah. And all Arsenal fans out there.
Yes.
I don't have anything to say about small teams.
Keep the spirit.
Keep the spirit there. And I can just talk about the carrot farmers out there. Just keep the spirit going, but not the spirit of Arsenal or any other small team. Yeah. And definitely for the COVID updates, the Ministry of Health will be giving the updates in the next less than 1 hour. So make sure you can catch those updates and watch all the updates that will be there during the weekend. And definitely Monday will be a fresh Monday, because we'll be having a new pair for the breakfast show. So keep it here to get who will be on that seat, on the hot seat. Definitely at 11 for those probably who miss or just want to see Lillian on our screen. She'll be gracing the screen at 11:30 every single weekday at the mid-morning, together with Noah Nasiali Kadima. So if you want Lillian to grace your screen, na unashindwa ukiamka asubuhi unashindwa ako wapi, don't worry, she'll be getting into the studio at 11:30 every single weekday from Monday to Friday every 11:30. So make sure you tune in here. But in the meantime, just be kind to one another. Stop supporting Arsenal. Don't give yourself depression. And please, if you can, hammer hizo team dogo. Just come to the best team. Don't go to Liverpool. There they walk alone. They don't cheat you. And so at the same time, make sure you take yourself during this weekend, because I'll be needing you right here. We'll be needing you right here on Monday, 3 p.m. All right? And so, as always, successful people look like you as A Farmers Media fans, and definitely Kiburi FC fans. We're just successful.
Not forgetting.
Avoid ya mwisho kati. Anyway, thank you so much for being part of this conversation.
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you to my directors, even though you support small teams. And the Beetroot Eater, that is Lillian. Asante sana. For what you do. We really appreciate what you've done during throughout the whole of this week.
Very true.
But we just keep on appreciating people when you're around.
Good.
So patie flowers when they are gone. Yeah. So it's good to give people their we appreciate them, but they do such an amazing job. But the only thing they do wrong, especially for Dennis,
is supporting small team.
Thank you.